Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped, back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, it's day 4 of the grandest party of them all, season 35, and in today's video, we're using the beast, the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Super Sugo KIZARU, with the rule set buffing Logia type units. This particular unit he shines. Now, as you guys saw on my day 1, when we took him on with the Rocks Pirates, struggled just a little bit. As of then, I have sort of gone up against some other KIZARUs, and there are ways of taking him down. But the fact he gets an extra burst, his burst is very easy to proc. He buffs shooters, he buffs strength. You can build some disgusting teams with this guy. So I'm very, very excited to use him today. As you can tell, I'm very, very excited. He might be the best leader this season. Wiping and Ace are still absolutely fantastic, don't get me wrong. But KIZARU, just having access to the shooter team and giving the shooter team the full buffs, and then not needing to run the Driven Powerhouse team is very, very fun. Now, obviously, you have to run KIZARU somewhere. I'm going to be running the Admiral Straw Hat team, but look, Dex can work very, very well in Grand Party. It's one of their strengths. Grand Party and Assault Rumble is where Dex shines. Not so much regular Rumble, but definitely in these two game modes. So you could easily just put together a more Dex-centric team, but I really love the Admiral Straw Hat team. I'm definitely going to run that as the second team, and I feel like it's going to work really well as sort of like an auto-proc Sacrificial Lamb team as the second team. So, say for example, we need a bait burst, Garp, KIZARU, their auto procs will definitely be able to help us out in that regard. So, very excited to use KIZARU today. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Remember, we are at the end of day 4, so moving into day 5. You want to give everyone the best chance they can to actually win. So make sure you are selecting like a Pirate Festival Rare Recruit or something like that as your leader before you finish and sign out for the game moving into the final day. So that way everyone can get the wins. But with that said, let's dive in. Day 4 Grand Party, let's do it. All right, so let's start it off against the Rocks Pirates. Diving on in. I don't want to try anything too risky because obviously, I believe last season we actually lost on day 4. But I was playing very silly. Wasn't exactly in the best head state, so it was a bit of a day for me. But we're going to take on Rocks. Moving forward, probably after this, we probably won't take on anyone that has an actual leader skill that's buffed under the rule set. Characters like Int Luffy, 6+ Luffy, Strength Luffy, like those types of characters, Kaido, they're also very, very good and definitely runnable, but obviously they don't get the extra burst and they don't have the extra passive of level 5 basically across the board. So running shooters first, like shooters this season are so disgustingly strong. Int is just a fantastic counter for them. So I did see Roger Rally was in the second team. Didn't actually look at the teams, but whether or not it is an Int team or a striker team, I really don't want to have to go up against that auto proc, especially if we're talking Roger Rally and Yamato. It's like the shooter counter, ironically, because, you know, we just had Carrot come out and this character's like that team's actually just arguably better. So I'm going to launch this early because, like, we may as well. We have 4 of them, and the nerfing capabilities that KIZARU has is just absolutely crazy, right? So 6,000 fixed damage to a bunch of characters. You can special bind, you can action bind. Like, at this point now, like, the enemy's stuck. Like, they just literally cannot do anything for the next 10 seconds. And in that time, like, our team just like blitzes through theirs. We build back our burst, which is absolutely crazy. And from here, it's just an easy skip win. If the enemy is not immune to action bind and special binds, which is very hard to get your entire team to be immune to all of that, like KIZARU just, he does so much work. Like, so much work against so many different teams. So let's dive into this second fight now. Again, we have our burst ready to go. Very easy to get. And the enemy doesn't. Shooters obviously go very, very fast as well. So it's very easy to get shooters to go with a massive cooldown. They can get with Suru, with Buggy, who I don't actually use on my teams, but are definitely very, very viable options. It's just not my playstyle, but I do understand that it works very, very well. And I have been, like, thrown into the mix about it. You just go very, very quick, get a bunch of damage off, pop the burst, and basically instant win the first fight there. So very, very fun stuff. Now, KIZARU is ready to go once again. I'll probably wait until the enemy gets a bunch of cooldown before I go and do anything. And our KIZARU is actually ready to go as well. So that's a lot of fun. Okay, Bonnie just missed the special. All right, let's do this now because I don't want to deal with the Sword Donnie. I don't remember if the Sword Donnie is immune to Action Bind or Special Bind, but we'll wait and see. 6,600, that's so much damage too. All right, yeah, beautiful. So there you go, action binding like their key unit there, which is very, very handy. Getting some rollbacks with Nami now means that we can just basically just put in some work and just get a W. So we're actually almost at another burst, so we can just burst again and basically just win. It's like we have no reason not to be honest. Well, we have no reason not to right now. We'll just let our characters do that. Everyone else wants to come in. We'll send off another burst. Basically put them into a special lock and actioned bind mentality again. On top of literally just killing fucking everyone. apparently. Cool. We'll have to deal with this, but that's okay. Even if we die, which we probably will because we're a side team going up against a Roger Religamon leader, this is going to hurt, but then if Garp dies, we just win, which he did, so GG's. And this is why I wanted to put this team second, because obviously going up against teams that have really good bursts that do a lot of damage, you can just throw damage back with Garp and KIZARU, so hilarious stuff. See you later, Smoker. Goodbye. Easy dub, bro. And that's what I'm saying. KIZARU, he's a beast this season. He's an absolute demon with the 40% reduction, the extra burst, the teams he has at his disposal. It's absolutely wild. Alright, so I found a Sabo build, and I actually ran Sabo yesterday. Sabo's really good and really fun. So I don't want to try him out as an alternate leader, like going up against him. Like I said, I used Sabo yesterday, and he was absolutely fantastic. But because he's a Logi unit, he's getting all the buffs. I did have a bit of a sneak peek, though, and I did see that this strength team wasn't overly strong. There was another strength Luffy fight we could have done, but, and then there was another KIZARU, which I'm not touching. Just stay away from KIZARU, stay away from Whitebeard and Ace, and you should be fine this season. Like, I don't really see Roger Religamon being too much of a threat. I don't really see the Rocks Pirates being too much of a threat. But KIZARU, man, KIZARU can definitely rock worlds, and obviously, oh, jeez, that's so much damage. Okay. I can see Whitebeard and Ace being a bit of a problem for a lot of people as well, so just be mindful of those teams when you are going up against them. So Sabo wants to take damage to build up his burst ability. So whilst he's at max is the best time for you to actually utilize your burst, but at the same time, like, I don't really see a world where we need to right now, and we can just sort of save that for maybe the last fight, and we can just sort of basically put the enemy into a bit of a burst lock here. Now, if they decide to use their burst, it's just obviously good for us because we don't have to worry about it later on. But as you can see, like, okay, beautiful. Shooters just go way too quick that now they're just in a position that it doesn't even matter. So, beautiful. So, Sabo obviously got his burst back ready to go because, again, Sabo wants to take damage. 40% reduction makes it very easy for him to get his burst. So, very nice stuff. But again, we have our sacrificial lamb team in the center. I think that's probably the best way to play Grand Party. Put a team in the middle that you're not afraid to die and still manage to win either the first fight and then use your burst to win the last fight. I just think that's probably the best strat moving forward for this particular game mode. But at the same time, like, however you guys like to play is, I ain't gonna knock it. So Sabo, what buffs? Fighters, powerhouse, and cerebral characters. So gonna get a little bit of cooldown here. Obviously gonna give some haste as well, but shouldn't matter too much because there's only 2 powerhouse characters, and in hindsight we could probably just do this and then just action bind them and special bind them, which then again is going to give Sabo his burst, which he can obviously just throw back at us again. What's that look like? Yeah, sick. So literally, like, if they can't be special bind, they can usually be action bind. If they can't be action bind, they can usually be special bind. So bouncer Garp now is just going to say howdy ho amigo. And they're going to use their burst again. Understandable. Did he just hit... Oh, he hit a Kainu. I was like, did he just hit Garp again? Garp was technically dead, so we'll throw this burst out at him, and basically it's over from there. Again, losing Garp there, whilst it sucked, because Garp would have just gone absolutely ballistic with a special and then dealing with the death shot. But see, again, like, if you can be action bind, you can't be special bind. It's very easy to get it all operating, so... Very nice. Now, Kainu's ready, and it's basically over from here. Thank you very much, bro. KIZARU is just too good, man. KIZARU is ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Like, he's a good leader in general, but, like, holy moly, like, this season is he goddamn strong. He's something else. Alright, so we're going to wrap it up with another Rocks Pirates fight. Wasn't really too much to go off on this last sort of day. There was a change leader strat, but I didn't really want to go up against that because I just saw how successful we were against Roger Religamon and Sabo. There was another Sabo fight there too, but the first fight looked pretty scary, in terms of just being like a real big old in team, and I was just like, not really in the mood to lose on the end of day 4. I do have all confidence that we could have won that fight, but like, look, when you weighed up the two, like, I should have gone with the change leader strat, but at the same time, I just wanted to do a little bit of content, and I figured going up against Roger Religamon was still pretty much a surefire win regardless. So, big damage incoming for our good friend Kuzan, and then we can just do this. We just kill Kuzan, stop him from using that special. See ya, buddy. Catch you later. Bye. Cool. Like, it's just wild. The Kuzan's damage alone is just ridiculously strong, but then the fact that you can then throw in KIZARU and just bink off a bunch of units is just absolutely crazy. Problem is, if you like kill units and then the bench comes in with their specials, it actually can be a little bit detrimental on your half. The reason I wanted to burst there straight away was because Kuzan was ready to go, and shooters, whilst they're very strong and they go very, very fast, they do lack a little bit of HP and they can get rocked pretty early by some big hitters. So just be mindful of that if you guys are running a shooter-centric base team. So this should be a wrap. We should be able to kill a lot of the characters here. Beautiful. Poor old Jimbalias was the one character that survived the KIZARU onslaught, and now he's just in for just a world of hurt. So thanks for coming, Jinbei. Appreciate you. You're good against stream teams. You're not good in regular rumbles. So shout out to that one guy that decided to be a dick and posted a stupid comment on our tier list video. Good job, Jinbei. Proud of you, buddy. You're a great guy. All right, let's move on to the second fight. Look, at this point, like, it's just, you just feel how cocky you are when you play with KIZARU, man. It's wild. Like, just absolutely wild. So going up against a Dex-free Spirit powerhouse team with Uta and KIZARU in the mix. This is a very strange build. Very, very strange build. In saying that, though, I'm not against it because I feel like we're for a really good spot. Level 10 cooldown on Ace is pretty wild there, dude. Like, damn. Okay. Oh, it's because of the Navy character being KIZARU. Alright, fair enough. Let's do this. We're going to stop KIZARU. I don't really want to give cooldowns to Ace. Alright, let's see what he does. Who's he going to hit? So, a bunch of special blind, a bunch of action blind, and KIZARU actually died, so that's kind of crazy. That fixed damage is actually going to give Roger the burst. Okay. That's a bit frustrating. Oof. Losing Nami there is very frustrating. But that's okay. Garp's going to come in now and probably going to rock worlds. And then it's going to give us our burst back, and then we just continue the cycle. Beautiful stuff. Very, very nice. Let's throw this out. We may as well because, like, we want to sort of just keep getting damage off. Very nice. Okay, everyone's dead. I wonder what happens with Luffy and Zoro Sanji now. They're just kind of like, we're just sort of in like a standstill, are we? That's fun. They're going to go. Nah, just missed out. Unfortunate. Very good. Give some cooldowns to good old Hina. Unfortunately, our three main hitters, well, not our three main hitters, like two of our main hitters and then our nerfing character, all died from that shot from Roger Rally Gabon. So that's pretty funny. So that's a wrap. Beautiful stuff. KIZARU is a beast. We didn't even get to our third fight. I think he's probably the best later this season. I think Wiping and Ace are very, very good. But the way you can use KIZARU's burst to your advantage, it's just, it's very, very easy. The Wiping and Ace have a win button with their burst, but like, this just like helps your teams so much. So again, if you have KIZARU, try him out. Use him to your heart's content because he's going to be just an easy win button for you guys. So like I said though, make sure it is the end of day 4. So please, for the love of God, help the community out. Edit your leader at least to a character that you know that people are going to be okay at going up against. So I'll set mine to PvP Akanu down there, down the bottom. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, but like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.